Hey there! I was sent a care package by Herlitz, and one of the things they sent me was their My Pen gel pen. I'm not a big user of gel pens, so I'm definitely not an expert, which means that I will pass on this pen to Gourmet Pens, aka Aziza. Gourmetpens.com. She reviews all kinds of pens, but she knows everything about gel pens. So probably if you want a more informed opinion of the pen, then you should check out her review at some point. But for now, I'm going to cover the parts of the pen. I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and I'll do a writing sample. First of all, I think the design is cool. Herlitz makes really nice, fresh-looking, clean pen designs in nice colors. Here we have a sort of lime green and blue, which works very well. Let's start with this end, which is the refill tip emerges. Then we have this section. The blue material is rubbery, and the green is a hard plastic. You see the Herlitz logo there on top. And if you go on, there you get their nice open clip, which always reminds me a bit of a shield. And then you have nice ribs there, which remind me a little bit of a caterpillar. And then we have the clicker button. Okay, so it's a simple clicker. One thing I'll show you is that here it actually says Herlitz and My Pen. What about the refills? You open up the pen barrel halfway through, and then there's one of their gel refills. And in fact, Herlitz was kind enough to hook me up with 2 of those refills as well. What can I say about the pen? I mean, I think this is pretty much what I can tell you about the parts of the pen. It's not a fountain pen. There isn't a lot more to show you. I will show you a close-up of the tip for those of you who like to see that. It's a gel pen, and I have to say I was pleasantly surprised. It's a very smooth writer, and it came with a very nice blue ink, which is a fairly dark blue. Looks pretty cool, and I like it. I think it's most of these clicker pens are kind of scratchy when you use them, in my experience, but this one is super smooth. So I think that's what I can tell you about the parts. What I like about it, what do I not like about it? I like the writing, as I said, very smooth, very pleasant. It's a light pen. The section is really nice because of that rubbery material. You get a really good grip. This is something that I would really use for a couple of quick notes. You don't want to write for an hour, just quick notes, grocery list, etc. It would be a great pen for that. Things I don't like about it, well, I mean, it's cool. It even has a clip that you can use. Well, it won't just come off, as with a lot of these cheaper plastic pens that have plastic clips that will break off. This is metal. It's nicely designed. Even here you see a nice bit of detail on the clip, which I like. So they really paid attention to the details on the pen. I think that's great. Things I don't like about it, well, it's not a fountain pen, but hey, if you need to take some quick notes, I think this is a great alternative, and this is definitely pleasant enough. Even, for example, for taking lecture notes, it's a very smooth writer. It's very light. It won't tire your hand, and it will just give you a consistent ink flow without skipping or skidding. So I think it's a very cool option. I think we need to take a few measurements. I just dropped another pen. These things happen when you're a pen reviewer. Yeah. So with the button completely extended, the clicker button, it's 144, about 144.5 millimeters. Yeah, and uncapped, of course, there is no uncapped. But with the button operated and the tip sticking out, it's 143. Section diameter, it's tapered. But let me see, where would I hold it? About there. Then we come to about a good 10 millimeters. So it's about 1 centimeter in diameter, and that varies a little bit. Let me see. All the way near the bottom, it's about 9, I'd say 9.8, and then all the way near the top, it's about 13 millimeters. So it depends a little bit on how highly you hold it. Now, when it comes to weighing the pen, the reason I bend over is that my scale is on the floor. 16 grams. so a light pen. Okay, I would very much like to thank Herlitz for sending me this pen. It's a cool pen. I definitely like using it. So thanks. Guys, I hope this was useful. We're now going to do a writing sample, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, let's look at this Herlitz My Pen gel pen. The ink is, of course, what came in the refill that's in there. I would say that this is a very nice, smooth gel pen. Right now, I'm writing on Clairefontaine paper, which is very smooth, but I just don't feel any resistance. It's a completely different experience from your average ballpoint, which is a very pleasant experience, I might add. Fast writing, you really need very little pressure for this to write well. And there just is no skipping. There was a little bit there, but that was just me. So it's a very nice, consistent ink flow. You see that in these patches of ink too. Relatively wet, not super wet. Now when it comes to line variation, a little bit of pressure will give a little bit of line variation. Obviously reverse writing makes no sense here because it's a round tip. I would very much like to thank Herlitz for sending me this nice pen to try out. I hope this was an interesting review, even though it was not a fountain pen, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.